tonight's contest here. Spalding will be the visitors on the scoreboard tonight. Alta will be the home team. Spalding comes in with a 26-9 record. They're coached by Mr. Bill Webker and assisted by Mr. Dave Hine. Leading off for them will be John Bunkers, the second baseman. He's a senior, batting .278. Batting second will be the catcher, number 18, Brian Gulliver. He's a sophomore and batting .330. Batting third will be number 40, Justin List, the center fielder. He's a senior, batting .435. And batting cleanup will be tonight's pitcher, Nate Hying. He's a senior, batting .280. He's coming into the contest with a 5-4 record. Batting fifth will be the shortstop, number 30, Doug Schrader. Doug is a senior, batting .318. And batting sixth will be the first baseman, Brett Hansen. He wears number 11. He's a senior, and he's batting about .260. Batting seventh is the right fielder, number 5, Derek Jungers. He's a junior, batting .303. And batting eighth is the third baseman, number 8, Michael List. He's a junior, batting about .270. And batting ninth is the left fielder, number 24, a sophomore, Ben Nye, batting .260. The home team on the scoreboard tonight, the Alta Cyclones, coming in with a 23-9 record, will lead off with pitcher Drew Leighton. Drew, batting .407, has a 7-1-2 record and a 2.65 ERA. Batting second will be the second baseman, number 24, Brad Payne. He's batting about .388. Batting third will be the center fielder, number 31, Eric Holton. Eric comes in with a batting average of about .418 tonight. And batting cleanup will be the shortstop, number 5, Jamie Hammer. Hammer batting about .423. Batting fifth will be the first baseman, number 15, Thomas Allardings. He's batting .366. And batting sixth will be the left fielder, number 36, Joel Corlo. Corlo batting .244. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 8, Steve Hamer. Steve batting .241 in the season. And batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 4, Heath Stilley. He's batting .183, and he'll be batting for the third baseman, number 41, Adam Peterson. And batting ninth will be the catcher, number 12, Nate Hinkledye. Nate comes in with a .269 batting average. That concludes the starting lineup for the 23-9 Alta Cyclones. They'll be facing the Granville Spalding Spartans here at Vosburg Field, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard with a 26-9 record. And there you have the playing of our national anthem. And we're about set for baseball here. The Alta Cyclones out on the field. And tonight's starting pitcher, Mr. Drew Leighton, taking his warm-up tosses. Leighton on the season has pitched in 12 ball games for the Cyclones. Pitched 60 2/3 innings, so that's a little over 5 innings per outing for him. Given up 49 hits in those 60 2/3 innings. 39 runs, 23 of them earned for a 2.65 ERA. 25 walks and 59 strikeouts in the 60 2/3 innings. He has a 7-1-2 record. 7 wins, 1 loss, and 2 saves. Far and away the best stats on the pitching staff for the Alta Cyclones, who come into this contest with a 23-9 record, facing the Spalding Spartans, who come in with a 26-9 record. This is for all the marbles. This is what they've played for all summer, the right to punch the ticket and get to the state tournament. Every kid that plays summer baseball dreams of playing in the state baseball tournament, and this is it tonight for either the Alta Cyclones or the Spalding Spartans. Pitcher Drew Leighton on the mound for Alta, taking his warm-up tosses here. Getting ready to bat first for Spalding, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard. John Bunkers is going to lead off. Batting second will be Brian Gulliver. Batting third will be Justin List. Batting cleanup will be Nate Hying. Batting fifth will be Doug Schrader. Batting sixth will be Brett Hansen. Batting seventh will be Derek Jungers. Batting eighth will be Michael List. And batting ninth will be Ben Nye. Defensively around the horn for the Cyclones, who are out in the field to begin with. Drew Leighton on the mound, his battery mate, Nate Hinkledye, is the catcher. First base, Tom Alderings. Second base, Brad Payne. Shortstop, Jamie Hammer. Third base, Adam Pedersen. And the outfield, left to right, goes Joel Corlo in left, Eric Holton in center, and Steve Hamer in right. But we are set for baseball as Al has completed the warm-up tosses. Second baseman John Bunkers with a .278 batting average. The senior steps into the box to get things started for Spalding here. And Leighton gets the sign, goes into the windup. His first pitch, a swing and a miss by Bunkers. Count goes to 0-1. Huge crowd on hand here, and they're still coming in. There's still cars finding places to park who haven't even paid to come in yet. Big crowd. They estimated the crowd Wednesday night at about 1,000 people in that district final against Remsen St. Mary's. And my guess right now, I'd say there's every bit of that here tonight. Maybe more. We'll see if we can get a count later on. Next pitch, low and outside, gets to the backstop to bunkers. Count goes to 1-1. Lighten into the windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down low again, ball 2. 3-man umpiring crew tonight for Substate. Normally during the season you see 2, but we've got a first base ump and a third base ump. Next pitch to bunkers, a little blooper down the right field line. It's drifting foul. Wind got that one and took it out of play down the right field line. Flag is in left center field, and it's blowing almost right directly at home plate. I've seen that a couple other nights here. It's kind of a southeasterly wind blowing to the northwest, and it's blowing pretty much straight in right now. I don't think it's blowing as hard as it was earlier, about an hour and a half ago. The 2-2 pitch, Lighten, timeout called by Mr. Larry Peterson, the home plate umpire. Lighten didn't see it, got about halfway through his windup before he did see it, then stops. So we'll do it all over here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. Pitch to bunkers. Inside, on the inside corner, called out for strike 3. So a strikeout for Drew Lighten. And as we said, Lighten in 60 2/3 innings had struck out 59, so he's averaging very close to 1 an inning. And he gets bunkers to start the game here. Now batting, catcher Brian Golliver takes the first pitch down low for a ball. Golliver, the sophomore catcher, batting about .330 in the season, having a great summer for Spalding. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lighten. Inside, almost hit him. Golliver ducks out of the way just in time. We've been told that Lighten pitched Monday night's game against Kingsley Pearson, so it'll be interesting to see how far he can go tonight. Next pitch is inside, and quickly a 3-0 count to Golliver. Long ladder to climb for Lighten if he's going to get back into this one. 3-0 count, Oliver waits. Lighten into the windup, inside again. So about 3 of the 4 pitches were inside, up under the elbows of Brian Golliver. He reaches first base on the walk, becomes the game's first runner, and we've got a timeout as courtesy runner number 9, Adam Krieber, is going to run for Brian Golliver. Adam Krieber, the courtesy runner for Golliver here in the first inning. That lets Golliver get his stuff back on and help speed up the game a little bit. So with 1 out, 1 on, that's going to bring out the center fielder, Justin List. List, the senior, bats .435 on the team. Spalding with 5 seniors on the team, 2 sophomores, 2 juniors. Here's the pitch, another one inside, and Lighten is really consistently inside here in the early going. 1-0 count. Golliver and List both ducking out of the way of a lot of pitches here tonight. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Lighten to List. Another one inside. So he's missing his mark, and he's missing it consistently. He's inside on every pitch, and about the last 6-7 pitches, he's been up underneath. 2-0 count. 1 out, runner on first, and here's the pitch. This one, he tries to overcompensate, and this one goes low and outside. And that's 7 straight balls that Drew Lighten has thrown. He walked Golliver on 4 straight pitches, and he's 3-0 to Justin List here in the bottom of the top of the first. Here's the pitch inside, so 8 straight balls. And Spalding, with runners on first and second, starting to make some noise offensively themselves, and the fans making some noise now as they smell a rally going here in the top half of the first inning. That's going to bring up tonight's pitcher, Nate Hine, the senior, batting .280 on the season. Pitching-wise, 5-4. And 2 on, 1 out. And catcher Nate Hinkledye goes out and talks to his pitcher, Drew Lighten, who has thrown 8 straight balls here and walked 2 in a row. Nate Hine up to bat here with 2 on, 1 out. Hits a little dribbler, gets to the pitcher. Lighten picks it up, thought about going to second, then changes his mind. Woo, first baseman just about came off of that too early. So 1-3 in the putout for Hine. But more importantly, it moves List and Krieber up into scoring position. They're on second and third with 2 outs, and that brings up the shortstop, Doug Schrader. The senior shortstop, batting .318 on the season. Takes a practice swing here. So 2 on, 2 out. Runners on second and third. Shortstop Doug Schrader up to bat. Drew Lighton on the mound for Alta. Comes set, checks Krieger at third. Here's a breaking ball. Upstairs for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Lighton's pitch, swing, fouled back here. Schrader not happy with himself that he let the ball hit the bat on that one. Started after it, pulled back, and then the ball hits the bat and comes back to the screen. Count goes to 1-1. And my trusty bodyguard had it all the way. 1-1 pitch, fouled right back over our heads that time. Count goes to 1-2. My bodyguard's done good for the last 2 weeks here. No teeth knocked out, no bruises, no glasses broken. I owe him. 1-2, the pitch to Schrader. Here it comes from Lighton. Breaking ball, ground out towards the second baseman. Brad Payne picks it up, throws over to first baseman Allerdings, and the side's retired. 4-3 on the putout for Spalding. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. We played a half inning. Spalding nothing, and Alta Cyclones coming to bat. We're back at Vosburg Field getting set for the bottom of the first inning. Pitcher Nate Hine takes his final warm-up toss. Brian Gulliver fires down to second base, and we're about set to go to the bottom of the first here. Spalding with a threat in the top of the first. 2 consecutive walks, got runners on second and third with 2 outs. But pitcher Drew Lighton got Doug Schrader to ground out second to first to end that rally. So now it's Alta's turn, and leading off for them is their pitcher, Drew Lighton, who comes in with a .407 batting average. 7-1-2 in the season pitching, 2.65 ERA, and the first pitch from Hine is a called strike. Spalding with 3 consecutive shutouts in the last 3 tournament games. Pitching staff has really been phenomenal. Lighton with a shot down the third base line that rolls out on the left field corner in foul territory, so the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Steps off, we got time. Third base umpire wants somebody going down to get the ball. Alta gets somebody out of their dugout to go get it. Okay, we're about set again. The War Wagon bus out in left center with a handful of people up there. I think they're trying to duplicate the rooftop of Wrigley across the street. I think they're having fun up there. Still have time out here. Nate Hine had started his warm-up. Saw umpire with a timeout. Here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Lighton, just outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-2. Tried to get Lighton to bite on the outside pitch. He didn't. And the 1-2 pitch from Hine on its way. Breaking ball fouled off. Tough pitch to hit. Lighton just went down and made contact with it and fouled it off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lighton with a .407 batting average. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gulliver picks it up, steps out front, throws down to Brett Hansen at first base, and so both pitchers start up the game with a strikeout. So 1 down. That brings up second baseman Brad Payne, who's batting .388 on the season. First pitch, low and away for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Here's the pitch from Hine. Swing and a miss for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Nice pitch down around the knees for Nate Hine. Payne steps out, checks with coach Jerry Braunschweig. Here's the next pitch upstairs for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on base for Alta in the bottom of the first inning. Hine's pitch low and away for a ball. Count goes to 3-1. Well, both pitchers struck out the first guy. Next pitch is a strike. Even make the count full at 3-2. Let's say we started to have a pattern here. Second and third batters for Spalding walked, and the second batter here, Payne, was 3-1. Now he's got a full count. He swings and misses at the next pitch for strike 3. So 2 consecutive strikeouts for Nate Hine. 2 down, nobody on. That brings up the center fielder, Eric Holton. Holton batting .418 on the season. Leads the team in hits with 46, actually tied with Drew Leyden. They both have 46 hits. .480 on base percentage and .518 slugging percentage. First pitch from Hying is low for a ball. Next pitch popped up over here between home and first. I believe it's going to drift out of play. Yes, it does. Behind the Spalding dugout. Count goes to 1-1. Warwagon going to let everybody know how many strikeouts Nate Hying has tonight. There's 2 big black K's up there in the railing right now with a target for somebody to hit a home run at. I'll tell you what, it'll take a man and a half to hit one right into the teeth of that wind to hit that target tonight, just beyond the 340 sign. The 1-1 pitch from Hying. He goes into the windup. Pitch to Holton on its way. Ball blocked nicely by Golliver. Keeps it out in front of him, but it's low and in the dirt for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. Holton just about went after it. Pulled it back in time. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the first. Pitch from Hying is called strike on the outside corner. That evens the count at 2-2. So a lot of 2s in the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first, no score. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Blocked nicely again by Golliver in the dirt. And the count goes full. So Holton becomes the second batter in a row to go to a full count on Nate Hying. Here's the 3-2 delivery on its way. Bouncer, slow roller to the third baseman. Picked up by Michael List. He fires across, and they say he beats it out. Beautiful stretch at first base by Brett Hansen on the play. Spalding faithful thought they had the play in time, but no. A real slow roller that Michael List charged. Threw it on the run, and Eric Holton beats it out for an infield hit. That becomes the game's first hit of the evening. Slow roller to third, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, shortstop Jamie Hammer. Hammer with a .423 batting average. Leads the team in hitting at .423. Also leads the team in RBIs with 33, 10 doubles, 3 homers. And he has their highest on-base percentage at .495 and highest slugging percentage at .680. Here's the pitch. First pitch fouled back by Hammer for a strike. Counts 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Holton at first base for Alta. Bottom of the first inning, no score. Hying throws the first. A great throw down low where Hansen could just take it, make the swipe tag. They set Holton back in time. 1 pitch, breaking ball, stays inside for a ball. Count evens out at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Throw back to first, and they got him! The runner on first, Eric Holton, was stepping out for his lead, and as he was stepping out for his lead, Nate Hying just rifles a shot over the first baseman, Brett Hansen, who puts the tag on this time, so he does get retired. 1-3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We've played 1. It's Spalding nothing, Alta nothing. And how many times do you hear, or do you see, or whatever in baseball that someone involved in the last play of an inning that's a spectacular defensive play is the first man up next inning? A lot of times an outfielder will make a great play and then he's the first man up next inning. Well, Brett Hansen, was involved with a pickoff play there to end the last inning. And he's first man up this time. Hansen with a 1-1 count. Drew Leyden's 1-1 pitch on the way to Hansen. He fouls it off back out of play, so the count goes to 1-2. The senior first baseman for Spalding is batting .260 in the season. Trying to get something started here in the second inning for Spalding. They had runners on second and third, 2 down last inning. Couldn't get anything out of that. Let's see if they can get something started this time. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Leyden. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So second strikeout of the night for Leyden. That brings up the right fielder, Derek Jungers. Jungers, the junior Spartan, batting .303 in the season. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. So 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Drew Leyden in the first inning and the third here. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike. Count evens out at 1-1. Might have ruled the Jungers one around on that one because it sure seemed to be an inside pitch. 1-1. Pitch from Leiden on the way. Breaking ball stays upstairs. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the second. No score between Alta and Spalding. 2-1 pitch. Fouled out of play up on the right side. Evens the count at 2-2. Waiting on deck, third baseman Michael List. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Leiden on the way. Jungers waits way outside. The count goes full, 3-2. Leiden a little wild in the first inning, threw 18 pitches, 11 of them for balls and only 7 of them for strikes, but he got out without giving up any runs. He had 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Next pitch hits Jungers. Hits him on the left, high up on the left arm, maybe in the shoulder area. Just couldn't turn and get out of the way in time. So Jungers, hit by a pitch, goes to first base. And as they did last inning, 1 on, 1 out. That brings up the number 8 hitter, the third baseman, Michael List. The junior third baseman, batting .270 in the season. Looks down at Coach Bill Webker for signs. Jungers gets his lead at first. Leiden comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside, whoop, that hits him. So 2 in a row hit by Drew Leiden. And assistant coach Alan Rahe calls timeout to go talk to his pitcher. Leiden consistently wild inside in the first inning. A lot of Spalding batters had to duck out of the way to keep from getting hit there. And now he comes out here in the second inning and hits 2 men in a row. And maybe he's showing the effects a little bit of pitching Monday night. Have to see what happens here. Coach Rahe satisfied with what's going on. So another threat for Spalding here in the second inning as they have 1 out, runners on first and second. And that brings up the left fielder, Ben Nye. The sophomore is batting .260 on the season. And another opportunity for Spalding to get something across here in the top half of the second inning. Here's the first pitch to Nye. Leiden hits a shot to first base, but stabbed beautifully by Thomas Allerdings. He saved at least 1 run there. That ball would have gone all the way to the corner in the right field corner. So a ground out, third base unassisted. But it does let the runners move up again. And so for 2 consecutive innings, Spalding's got runners on second and third and 2 outs. And that's going to bring up the top of the order, second baseman, John Bunkers. Bunkers called it on strikes to start the game. Leiden stretched. Bunkers hits a little blooper out to shallow right center field. This could be trouble. There to take it is the right fielder, Steve Hamer. He got there in time. Ball kind of hung up more than I thought it was going to. And Hamer takes it in short right field for the third out. So for Spalding, again, no runs, no hits, no errors, but 2 runners left on base. We've played 1 1/2, and it's Spalding nothing, Alta nothing. We get ready to start the bottom of the second inning here. No score in the contest. Spalding threatened twice. Runners on second and third and 2 outs in both the first and second. And the first pitch to shortstop Jamie Hammer is hit deep in the hole at shortstop, fielded nicely by Doug Schrader, but no chance to get out Hammer at first base, and so an infield single puts a runner on first with nobody out for Alta in the bottom of the second. 2 hits now for Alta. Eric Holton singled last inning with 2 outs, but then he got picked off first base to end the inning. And now Jamie Hammer leads off the second inning with a single to shortstop. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Thomas Allerdings. Allerdings batting .366 on the season. Cyclones batting about .318 as a team. They're good with the bats. First pitch, 1 on a miss for a strike. Hying ahead in the count, 0-1. There's another throw to first base, diving back in safely as Hammer. You can bet they're going to cut their leads down a step or 2 after getting picked off last inning. Hying, set. Here's the delivery. Going. There's a swung on. Ball hit the center field. Hammer was running on the pitch. He's going to have to retreat. Ball taken easily out there by Justin List in center. So it's a fly out to List in center for the first out. Hammer comes back to first base. 1 out, 1 on. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Joel Corlew. Corlew batting .244 in the season. Looks down at coach Jerry Brunschweig for a sign. Hine comes set. Pitch out. Spalding thought maybe something was on, as Hammer was trying to steal last pitch when Allerdings flew up to center. So they start out with a pitch out here to see if something's going. Nothing was. Now it's a 1-0 count. Corlew waits. Here's the pitch. Fouled right back up over our heads for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the second. No score. Alta and Spalding. Alta the home team. Spalding the visitors. Here's the next pitch. Fouled up right behind home plate here. Golliver may have a chance. No, it's going to fall back right up over our heads again. And going with the pitch again was Hammer. So Hammer has twice tried to steal second here, but both times batters haven't helped him out. Corlew fouls a pitch back and has to bring him back. Allerdings hits a fly ball to center the other time and had to bring him back. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hine with a snap throw to first base, diving back in safely as Hammer. One and 2 the count. Here's the pitch from Hine on its way. Breaking ball. Strike 3 call. Absolutely froze Joel Corlew. Third strikeout of the ninth for Hine. That's with 2 down and a runner on first. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Steve Hamer. Hamer batting .241 in the season. So 2 outs and a runner on first now. And again, Hine with a snap throw over to first. Got it down in the dirt, but fielded nicely by Brett Hansen over there to keep it from going to the fence. Hine comes set. Here's the first pitch to Hamer. High and tight for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner on first. Bunker shading towards second for the possible steal. Pitch just outside for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner on first. And my gosh, there's still people walking in with their chairs. Cars up at the gate paying to come in. Big crowd on hand tonight. There's people in their lawn chairs along the right field fence. Didn't have that Monday night with Renz and St. Mary's here. High chopper taken at third base by Michael List. He's going to fire over to Brett Hansen, and that's going to end the second inning. 5-3 in the putout for Alta. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We played 2 complete, and it's Spalding nothing, Alta nothing. Brian Golliver, the sophomore catcher, going to lead off for Spalding here. Brian walked in the first inning, got stranded at third base. Actually, Adam Creebery, his courtesy runner, got stranded at third base. So Golliver gets set to start the third inning for Spalding. Takes a pitch under the chin for a ball. 1-0. Drew Leyden, the Alta pitcher, not exactly real sharp tonight. He's their ace of their staff. 7-1-2 in the season. But he struggled with control in the first inning. A lot of pitches inside. Hit 2 batters in the second inning. And 31 pitches in the first 2 innings. Only 14 of them for strikes, 17 balls. And I'm sure that's not the type of pitcher that the Alta Cyclone faithful has seen out of him all year. Now comes with a breaking ball to Golliver. Makes the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Golliver, or from Leyden to Golliver. Down low. Count evens out at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No on, nobody out. Top half of the third. No score in this contest. Leyden into the windup. 2-2 pitch to Golliver. Called strike 3. Golliver gets frozen on the fastball. So 1 out for Spalding now. That brings up the center fielder, Justin List. List has pitched twice in the tournament trail. He pitched Monday night against Renz and St. Mary's in the district final game. Pitched the opener against Central Lyon. Won that one 11-5. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. List walked in the first inning. Got stranded at second base. Fouls off the next pitch for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. So 1 out, nobody on. List with a 1-1 count. Here's the windup by Leyden. Breaking ball. Breaks right across the plate for a strike. Leyden looked a lot better now than he did in the first 2 innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Here's the 1-2 pitch on its way. There's a shot just there past the outstretched arms of the second baseman. Brad Payne, and the ball goes through the right fielder's legs, and he's got to retrieve it. And going into second base is going to be Justin List. So a single to right field, and then an error on the right fielder allows him to get to second base. So 1 out and a runner on second, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Nate Hying. Hying with a golden opportunity to help his own cause. He's the pitcher in the mound for Spalding tonight. Runner on second, 1 out. Hying batting .280 on the season. Gets ready for his first pitch from Light. Here it comes. Fastball, swung on and missed, strike 1. We're in the top of the third inning, no score, but Spalding with Justin List at second base and 1 out. And Nate Hying the batter. They've threatened in all 3 innings, had a runner in scoring position all 3 innings so far. Foul tip for a strike, makes the count 0-2. Hying steps out, takes a practice swing, gets ready to step back in. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, List at second. Here's a pitch, little pop up in the infield. Right side, Brad Payne, the second baseman, drifting over, and he takes it for the second out of the inning. So Hying's 0 for 2 in the night. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Doug Schrader. Schrader grounded out second to first to end the first inning when Spalding had runners on second and third. Now he's up with a runner on second and 2 outs here in the third inning with a chance to drive in a run again. 2 outs. List on second. First pitch to Schrader is a swing and a miss for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Drew Leyden, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hit batters in the first 2 2/3 innings here. The 0-1 pitch to Schrader on its way. Breaking ball that Schrader swings at, misses for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Leyden comes to the stretch. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, trying to steal third is List. And the third baseman gets it plenty early. Goes to put the tag on, and the ball just gets popped right out of his glove by List sliding into third. So he's safe. Boy, he was a dead duck. But now a runner on third with 2 outs and a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Doug Schrader. So for the second time, Schrader's up with a runner on third. Coach Bill Webker comes down to talk words of encouragement to him. Huge hole in right center. The right fielder shading way over towards the right field line. Center fielder just straight, even up, right behind, even with second base out there. There's just a huge gap in right center. Next pitch, swing on a miss for strike 3 for Schrader. That ends the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 Alta error, 1 runner left on base. We've played 2.5. It's Spalding nothing, Alta nothing. Back in Granville, we're getting set for the bottom of the third inning. Spalding nothing, Alta nothing. Leading off for Alta in the bottom of the third is our designated hitter, Heath Stilley. Stilley batting for third baseman Adam Peterson. He has a batting average of 183 in the season. First pitch to him is low for a ball. Hying's 1-0 pitch. Just off the inside corner for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. Mr. Larry Peterson, our home plate umpire tonight. 2-0 pitch from Hying. Here it comes. Outside for a ball. Count goes to 3-0. And a 3-0 count. Just got a report that Sioux Central is ahead of Garrigan 4-1 in their contest. Next pitch to Stilley is a strike. 3-1 is the count. Nobody out, nobody on. The 3-1 pitch from Hying on its way. Just off the inside corner. And Alta gets their first walk of the night. So with Stilley on first and nobody out, that's going to bring up the catcher, Nate Hinkledye. Hinkledye batting .269 on the season. Hying checks with all of his infielders, make sure they know what's going on here. Hinkledye looks down at Coach Jerry Barnschweig for a signal. Could be a bunt. He's squaring around. Here's the bunt down the first base line going foul. So the count goes to 0-1. Stilley, a 183 hitter, draws a walk to start the third inning here off Nate Hying. And Hinkledye, a .269 hitter, squares around to try to sacrifice him to second. We're in the bottom of the third inning. No score in this contest. Hinkledye still looking down at Coach Jerry Barnschweig. Long series of signs given. Hine comes set. Here's the delivery. Another breaking ball. Hinkle dies squared around to bunt. He takes it upstairs for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody out. Hinkle die checks with Coach Jerry Brunschweig again. Steps in. Big lead at first by Stille. Hine throws over there. Stille safely back in on the slide. Hinkle die steps in. 1-1 the count. Squares around to bunt again. Here's the pitch, fouled back. Strike, not a foul ball. Okay, it was a low pitch. A low pitch down in the dirt, not handled by Gulliver on the bunt. Comes to the back screen, so going down to second base is Stille. So as good as a bunt, Stille gets to second base, and Hinkledye's still up with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hine comes set. Breaking ball fouled right back to the screen in front of us here. Count remains 1-2. Waiting on deck is the top of the order for Alta. Pitcher Drew Lighton. And second baseman Brad Payne after that. Nobody out. Runner on second. 1-2 the count to Hinkledye. Hine's pitch fouled right back at us again. Count still remains full. 1-2. Not full. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Keith Stille leads at second base for Alta. Bottom of the 3rd inning, no score. Stretched by Nate Hine. Checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again. So Hinkledye really battling. Nate Hine out there in the mound. Hine's thrown 6 pitches. This will be the 7th, and it's still a 1-2 count. And Hine throws it to John Bunkers at second base, who wasn't even really covering, but just to let Stille know, I know you're there. Hine comes set. Here's the delivery. Ball, and a snap throw down to second. Stille got caught way off the base, and Gulliver with a snap throw down there, and I don't think Stille saw the ball coming, and there's a little collision between Stille and shortstop Doug Schrader. Schrader a little slow getting up. I think he's a little shook up. They had him. Good throw had him out there. Stille was not expecting a throw from catcher Brian Gulliver down to second base, but Gulliver came up firing. Pitch was a ball, so the count's still 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Hine outside, and Hinkledye has worked it full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Stille leading at second for Alta. And here's the pitch from Hine. Just low for a ball. He works himself to first base. Had a great at bat for Hinkledye. 8 pitches. Fouled off a couple. And the big catcher is going to come to the dugout. Courtesy running for Hinkledye is going to be number 21, Anad Hazi. Anad Hazi is going to be the courtesy runner for Nate Hinkledye. 2 on, nobody out, and that brings up the top of the order, Drew Lighton for Alta. Lighton, a .407 hitter on the year, struck out swinging in the first inning. Coach Bill Webker takes a timeout to go out and talk to his infield here. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Webker talks it over with his infield. Everybody's squared away on their assignments here. So 2 on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score in this ball game between Alta and Spalding. Alta, the home team on the scoreboard. They have a threat going. Their first real threat of the contest. First time they've had a runner on second in the game. Spalding left runners on second and third in the first, second and third in the second, and a runner on third in the third. And Hine, snap throw over to first, and they just about get Hazi picked off. So there's 1 pickoff they've had tonight, 2 others that have been really, really close. Courtesy runner Anad Hazi just about got picked off there. Here's a shot into left field for a single by Light. Holding at third is going to be Stilley. And they respect the arm of Ben Nye. And the bases are loaded now for Brad Payne, the second baseman. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Brad Payne, the second baseman, up. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Lighton, who just got the single to load the bases, had struck out in the first inning, so he's now 1 for 2 in the night. Payne looks down at Coach Jerry Brunschweig, gets a sign, bases loaded, nobody out, and Spalding in a jam here in the bottom of the third inning. First pitch from Hine, fouled back out of play for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. TV cameras on top of the dugouts. Watch your local stations tonight for the sports. The highlights of this game on there. Nate Hine looks in at Coach Brian Golliver for the sign. Comes set. And timeout called. Timeout called. Anand Hazy leads off at second base as the courtesy runner for Nate Hinkledye. Heath Stilley's at third. Drew Lighton at first. Nobody out. And here's Hine's 0-1 pitch. Shot right back to the mound. He comes home for one. Here's the throw to first. And it hits the runner. Hits the runner. Brian Golliver tried to throw from home plate instead of stepping out in front and getting the angle. So it's a 1-3 force out at home plate. But the bases are going to remain loaded as the ball hits Brad Payne in the back. And he's safe at first base on the fielder's choice. So it's still bases loaded. Now there's one out. Still no score in this contest. And that brings up the center fielder, Eric Holton. Holton singled, little infield slow roller to the third baseman. And he beat it out of first base back in the first inning. But then Nate Hine picked him off on the leadoff right after that to end the first. First pitch to Holton is called strike, breaking ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Hine. Another called strike, so Holton deep in the count, 0-2. And a strikeout would be huge here, so that you can set up just the third out, force out at any base instead of having to turn the double play. And Hine with the 0-2 count. Golliver sets up outside, nothing doing. Holton takes it for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third inning. No score in this contest. Bases loaded, 1 out. Hine's pitch. Here's a fly ball to center field. Running over is Justin List. He's got it. Taking it third, trying to score is Anand Hazy. Here's the throw, and he's saved. So a sacrifice fly by Eric Holton to the center fielder, Justin List, brings in the game's first run here in the bottom of the third. Scoring is Anand Hazy from third. And going to third, from second to third, was Drew Lighton on the play. And remaining at first was Brad Payne. So possibly, Spalding going to get out of this inning a lot better than what it looked like. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now it's first and third and 2 outs. And only 1 run in. Boy, Golliver's throw to first base that hit Brad Payne in the back looks real big now. The double play there, and then the fly to center, and Spalding's out of the inning with no runs in. First pitch down low to Hammer for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. If memory serves me right, this might be the first time Spalding's been behind the whole tournament trail. I think they were always ahead in the Central Lyon game. Certainly with shutouts in the next 3 games, they were never trailing. 1-0 the count to Jamie Hammer, the shortstop. He's singled. Singled deep in the hole, the shortstop, Doug Schrader last time. Schrader fielded it, but had no play to throw him out of first base. That was the lead off the second inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High pop fly in the infield. Coming down is third baseman Michael List. And the shortstop, third baseman Michael List, pitcher Nate Hine, and catcher Brian Golliver. Golliver tries to jump the fence, but it lands on top of the Alta dugout. And I think there's a case where the wind helped that one get out of bounds, because I thought sure when it left the bat that one was easily going to stay in bounds. So a strike for Hammer makes the count 1-1. 2 outs. Hammer steps back in. Hine comes set. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Running on the pitch. Ball gets away from the catcher. Running on the pitch was Brad Payne, and the ball gets away from Gulliver and goes to the screen. And coming in to score is Leiden from third base with Alta's second run of the contest. Wild pitch. Makes it 2-0 Alta. And going down to second was Brad Payne. Ball. So the count's 2-1. 2 outs. Nate Hine needs to come back now. Working the batter here. Spalding down 2-0 in the bottom of the third. Sidearm pitch goes into right field. Round third. Maybe going to score with Brad Payne. He's being waved in. Ball gets past the right fielder Derek Jungers. Rolls off there, and now going to third base is Jamie Hammer. Wow, single to right field. Scores Brad Payne on the play. And an error on right fielder Derek Jungers as the ball goes through his legs, allows Hammer to go all the way to third base. Now it's 3-0 Alta with a runner on third. So 3-0 Alta, bottom of the third inning. 2 outs. And on third base is Jamie Hammer for the Cyclones. And that brings up the first baseman, Thomas Allerdings. Allerdings flew out to center fielder Justin List back in the second inning. Now up here, the pitch from Hine is a called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Here's the next pitch. Slow roller down to Michael List at third. He throws over. Ball dropped at first base. Ball dropped at first base by Brett Hansen on the play. It was a high throw from List. Hansen reached up. He had it. And then as he comes down, it just pops out of his glove. So an error on first baseman. Brett Hansen keeps the inning alive here. Coming in with a fourth run for Alta is Jamie Hammer. Wow, a nightmare inning for Spalding here in the bottom of the third. Eighth man in the inning to come up is the left fielder, Joel Corlew. Alta with 4 runs on only 2 hits, 2 Spalding errors. And the first pitch from Hine is low and inside for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Alta on top, 4-0. Here's a shot into left field. Coming over to get it is the left fielder Ben Nye for the third out. And Alta retired with 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 Spalding errors, with 1 runner left on base. We've played 3, and it's Alta 4, Spalding nothing. Back in Granville as we played 3 innings here, and Alta just off of a fresh 4-run third inning has jumped on top here, 4-0, as we head to the top of the 4th inning. 4 runs and only 2 hits, 2 costly Spalding errors, and 2 walks to go with it. Gave them an opportunity to punch in 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. And pitcher Drew Leiden staked to a 4-run lead as we head to the top of the 4th. Leading off for Spalding will be the first baseman, Brett Hansen. Hansen struck out swinging to start the second inning. He's batting .260 on the season. First pitch from Leiden down in the dirt for a ball. Leiden struggled with his control a little bit tonight. 47 pitches, 26 strikes, 21 balls. He's hit a couple batters. 1-0 pitch is out of play for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. 2 walks, 2 hit batters in the first 3 innings by Leiden. Brett Hansen steps back in. The 1-1 pitch on its way from Leiden. Fouled down the right field line out of play. Count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to the first man up here in the 4th inning for Spalding, Brett Hansen. Waiting on deck, Derek Jungers and Michael List to follow. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Leiden. Breaking ball. Started to swing at it was Hansen, pulled back. Home plate umpire Larry Peterson wanted help from first base umpire, who said nope, didn't go around. So the count evens out at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Leiden. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. Hansen down on strikes again. So 1 out, nobody on, and that's going to bring out the right fielder, Derek Jungers. 5th strikeout of the night for Leiden. tell you what, Nate Hinkledye, the catcher for Alta, is as tall as they come in the catcher's departments. He looks to be all of about 6'3", 6'4". First pitch from Leighton on the way. Breaking ball in there for a called strike one. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hit batters for Leighton through the first 3 1/3 innings. And the 0-1 pitch on its way to Jungers. Just off the outside corner for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Drew Leighton on its way. Breaking ball. Strike 2. That one throws Jungers. I think he read it as a fastball that was going to be inside, and it just broke right in there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 4th. Alta on top, 4-0. Next pitch fouled off to the right, out of play. Count remains 1-2. Nice crowd on hand for tonight's game. The winner of this one punches their ticket to Carroll for the state tournament next week on Wednesday. And the next pitch fouled again off to the right, out of play. So Jungers fighting tough in there. Count remains 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Leighton's pitch on the way. Jungers waits inside. Count goes to 2-2. Breaking ball that didn't break. Hung out there high inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. And it hits. Jungers. Another breaking ball that didn't break. And the 3rd hit batter of the game for Leighton. Puts Jungers on first base and brings up the 3rd baseman, Michael List. So Jungers hit both times up to bat tonight. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. On the full count, gets hit by a pitch on a 2-2 count here. And List also got hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. First pitch, shot right back up the middle. Past the diving Brad Payne into center field. Going to 3rd of the plate, Derek Jungers. He stops. Pitch goes back and then tries to go again and gets thrown out at 3rd. So Derek Jungers, round 2nd, going to challenge the center fielder. Gets about halfway and stops. Realizes that Michael List is on his way to 2nd, so then he tries to take off and finish going to 3rd. Easily thrown out. At 3rd base, putting on the tag is Adam Peterson. So 8-5 in the putout. Single to center for Michael List. But the bad news for Spalding is now there's 2 outs with a runner on first. Probably could have been 1 out, runners on first and 3rd. So 2 outs and a runner on first, and that's going to bring out the left fielder, Ben Nye. 2nd hit of the night for Spalding. First pitch, there's a shot into center field. Boy, that running is costly. Coming in to score is going to be Michael List in the play. Center fielder takes the ball again and throws it in. So Ben Nye with the RBI single gets Spalding on the board, and that makes the score 4-1. And a costly running error probably kept that from being 4-2. 2 outs. Ben Nye on first, and that's going to bring up the top of the order, John Bunkers. Bunkers struck out in the first, flew out to right fielder Steve Hamer in the 2nd. Now the chance to keep this 4th inning alive with 2 outs and a runner on first. And stealing on the pitch, going to 2nd base is Ben Nye. He's in easily for the stolen base. The ball was inside. So it's a 1-0 count, John Bunkers, and he's now got a runner in scoring position. Base hit will probably score him. So 2 outs, a runner on 2nd. John Bunkers with a 1-0 count. 0 for 2 in the night, batting .278 on the season. Leighton comes set. Pitch is low and outside. Count goes to 2-0. So Coach Bill Webker has what he wants. He's got a runner on 2nd and the top of his order up. See if they can keep it going here in the 4th inning, trailing 4-1. Next pitch is inside. Bunkers draws the count to 3-0. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Ben Nye at 2nd base. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Leighton. Down low, and Bunkers walks on 4 straight pitches. So Spalding keeps the inning alive with runners on first and 2nd. 3rd walk of the evening for Leighton, and that's going to bring up catcher Brian Gallagher. Gallagher walked in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. Now has a chance to keep do some more damage here in the fourth inning with runners on first and second and 2 down. Lighton's first pitch to Gulliver. Shot down the right field line. It's going to drift foul. Count goes 0-1. No balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Spalding. They're trailing 4-1 here in the top half of the fourth inning. Drew Lighton checks over his infield before he steps on the rubber. Looks in for a sign from catcher Nate Hinkledye. Comes to the set, and here's the 0-1 pitch. Called strike 2. Gulliver down in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Lighton comes set. Here's the pitch. And a shot deep in the hole is short. Shortstop can't get it. Goes into left field. Grounding second is going to be Ben Nye. He's going to score. And holding at second is John Bunkers. So Brian Gulliver with a huge 2-out single drives in. Ben Nye and Spalding back in it now, 4-2. And John Bunkers stops at second. And the number 3 hitter, Justin List, up to bat. List 1 for 1 in the night. Walked in the first inning and got stranded at second base. Singled to right field in the third inning and got stranded at third base. He's up with a chance to do some more damage here with 2 outs in the fourth inning, and it's 4-2, Alta with the lead. Here's the first pitch to List, breaking ball across the plate for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Light working quicker now. Runners on first and second and 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch to List on its way. Fastball fouled off out of play, and List is in the hole 0-2. Just like Gulliver just before him, who was in the hole 0-2. Gulliver signals into left field for a hit. Now List has an 0-2 count. He's already 1 for 1 in the night. Let's see if he can cut through with another 2-out hit here. John Bunkers leading from second base, trying to draw the Spartans to within 1. The 0-2 pitch to List on its way. Lighton's pitch. Breaking ball, swing on a miss. List chased it, bowling outside for a strikeout. And that ends the fourth inning for Spalding. 2 big runs on 3 hits. No errors for Alta, 2 runners left on base. We played 3.5. It's Alta 4, Spalding 2.
Located on the corner of Highway 18 and 60 in Sheldon.
Back in Granville, go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Alta on top, 4-2. They had a huge 4-run third inning, but Spalding comes right back and gets 2 of their own in the top of the fourth to get back in it. And the first man up for Alta is Steve Hamer. He's the only man who didn't bat last inning. They batted 8 guys. Got those 4 big runs. Hamer quickly in the hole, 0-2. His Hine has got him to foul off 2 pitches. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth, and Alta on top, 4-2. The 0-2 pitch is a breaking ball inside. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hine on the windup. Delivery. Here's a slow roller out to the shortstop. Picked up by Schrader. Schrader fires across to Hansen, and he drops another one. Hansen drops another one on the long stretch. So Hansen with his second error in the evening. Long stretch, and he was out there. The ball is right down there at the tip of the glove, and he picks it up and drops it. So on with the error is Steve Hamer to start things for Alta in the bottom of the fourth inning here. And that brings up the designated hitter, Heath Stille. Stille started it all last inning, getting a walk. Good thing started. He scores around to bunt, picked up by Hine. Hine throws the second for 1. Bunkers back to first. Gets by Hansen, but no chance for Stille to go anywhere. So 1-4 in the putout on the bunt. Fielder's choice. And Stille is at first base. So 1 out and a runner on first now. Nice play by Nate Hine there. Fielded the bunt. Rifled a shot to second base. John Bunkers takes it. Tried to relay to first to get the double play. Low and in the dirt. Not handled by Brett Hansen. So at first base now. Here's another shot. Chance for double play. Shortstop Schrader has it to Bunkers for 1. Back to first. And Hansen scoops that one. So the double play complete there. 6-4-3. They end the fourth inning here. No runs, no hits, 1 error. Nobody left on base. We played 4 complete. It's Alta 4, Spalding 2. But he has 6 strikeouts in 4 innings, but he has 3 walks and 3 hit batters to go with it. And I think he feels the effects a little bit of pitching Monday night. but he's been effective enough to get Spalding in check here so far as he has a 4-2 lead. Top of the fifth, swinging on the first pitch is pitcher Nate Hine. Booted by the shortstop. Here's the throw, and he dives at the first base safely. So a nice effort by Nate Hine to get down the first base line, and he dives into first safely to get things started here in the fifth inning. Error on the shortstop, Jamie Hammer. And coming into courtesy run is Drew Hine, number 15. Drew got a courtesy run for his brother. And Doug Schrader, the shortstop, comes up. He's 0 for 2 in the ninth. Grounded to second in the first, struck out in the third, and a chance to get something started here in the fifth. He swings at the first pitch for a strike. So Nate Hine, trying to help his own cause here, hits a shot out to the shortstop, Jamie Hammer, who bobbles it. Hine safe at first. Now Schrader tries to keep it going. Lighten with a throw to first to try to get Nate's brother Drew Hine picked off, but no go. Schrader steps out, looks at Coach Bill Webker. Lighten comes set. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Here's a shot into right center field. That's going to be, no, back to the right fielder. And hustling back to first is Drew Hine. Right fielder trying to throw to first base and double up Drew Hine, but he threw it over the head of the first baseman, bounced off the fence. Normally the catcher would be down the line backing that up, but he stayed down here, and to their credit, he was where he needed to be to help him out there. So the wind carried that one to right field further than I thought it was going to go. And Steve Hamer with a put out. So one down and one on, and that brings up first baseman Brett Hansen. Hansen struck out twice tonight. Struck out swinging in the second, struck out swinging in the fourth. He's up with a runner on first here in the fifth. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. No balls, one strike, one out. Drew Hine at first base, running for his brother Nate Hine. And the 0-1 pitch on its way from Light. Breaking ball. Slow roller down to third. Picked up by Pedersen. He fires across the diamond to first. Scooped up nicely out of the dirt by Alladings. So 5-3 on the putout. But going down into scoring position is Drew Hine. And that brings up the right fielder, Derek Jungers. Jungers has been hit by a pitch both times tonight. And every single inning of this contest, Spalding has had a runner on either second or third base. Opportunities galore, but haven't capitalized to this point. Pitch from Jungers, called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Left runners on second and third in the first. Left runners on second and third in the second. Left a runner on third in the third. Left a runners on first and second in the fourth. And a runner on second, 2 outs here in the fifth. And an 0-2 count to Jungers. They've had their chances. Time to make it happen now. Trailing 4-2 in the top of the fifth. 2 outs. Drew Hine at second. Pitch, strike 3. And Jungers goes down swinging. 7 strikeouts for Drew Lighton on the night. We played 4.5. It's Alta 4, Spalding 2. Back at Granville, we're going to the bottom of the fifth inning. Alta on top, 4-2. And the Alta coming up to bat here in the bottom of the fifth. Top of the order, 1-2-3 hitters, Drew Lighton, who's pitching tonight. Brad Payne, the second baseman, up after him. Eric Holt, the center fielder, after him. Lighton up first here, breaking ball, shot out to the shortstop. Doug Schrader has it, fires over to first to Brett Hansen. 1 out, 6-3 on the putout. Lighton was 1 for 2 in the night. He struck out in the first, singled to left in the third. Now grounds out short to first to lead off the fifth. And that's going to bring up second baseman Brad Payne. Payne 0 for 2 in the ninth, struck out swinging in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third, and eventually scored. And now he's up and takes a strike for the first pitch here in the fifth. He's down in the count, 0-1. Nate Hine into the windup. Pitch down in the dirt, blocked nicely by Golliver. Count evens out at 1-1. Sioux Central on top of Garrigan, 5-1 in the fourth inning. Pitch fouled right straight back here to the screen. Count goes to 1-2. Nate Hine into the windup, a 1-2 pitch on its way. Little bouncer out to the shortstop. John Buckers charges in, going to have to hurry. Nobody covering first as first baseman Brett Hansen went over to maybe field the grounder and gets out of the way. Nate Hying not there in time, so an infield single for Brad Payne. He's on first with his first hit of the night, and that's going to bring out center fielder Eric Holton. Holton 1 for 1 in the night, singled on a slow roller to third baseman Michael List in the first inning, then hit a sacrifice fly that scored a run in the third inning to center fielder. And Hying's first pitch is a breaking ball just off the outside corner for a ball. And so it's 1 on, 1 out. Alta on top 4-2, and batting the number 3 hitter, Eric Holton. Holton batting .418 on the season, squares around the bunt, takes the pitch, but it's a called strike by home plate umpire Larry Peterson. Count goes to 1-1. Hying comes set. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball, fouled right back. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first and 1 out. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Hying with 64 pitches in the first 4 innings. 40 strikes, 24 balls. Next pitch, fouled off. Down the third baseline. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire asking pitcher Nate Hying to tuck his shirt in. And center fielder Eric Holton steps back in. Hying comes set. The 1-2 delivery on its way. Breaking ball popped up right here. Golliver turns around. He should have it. He waits for it. He takes it for the second out. So pop up to the catcher, Brian Golliver, for the second out of this inning. 2 down now. Runner on first for Alta. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Jamie Hammer. Hammer batting .423 in the season. 2 for 2 tonight. Singled to the shortstop in the second inning. Singled in the third inning with an RBI. And Hammer leads Alta in a lot of statistical categories offensively this summer. 1 ball, the first pitch. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hying. Down low. Count goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner on first for Alta. They're ahead, 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 pitch from Hying. Swung on and missed by Hammer. Count goes to 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. High and tight pitch. Count goes to 2-2. This is the big out for Nate Hying to get here. They're down 2. Top of the 6th coming up for Spalding, and the outs start getting real big when you get to the 6th and 7th inning. They don't want to be trailing by any more than 2. And the next pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Hying records his 4th strikeout of the night. For Alta, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on. We played 5 complete, and it's Alta 4, Spalding 2. We're back in Granville. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Alta on top, 4-2. And for Spalding, it's going to be the 8-9-1 hitters, Michael List, Ben Nye, and John Bunkers. List steps in, 1 for 1 in the night. Got hit by a pitch in the second, singled to center, and eventually scored in the 4th. He's got 1 of Spalding's 2 runs in the night. And the first pitch to him here in the 6th is down low for a ball. Counts 1-0. 6 outs left for Spalding, and they've got to come up with at least 2 runs. Keep this thing going, and List gets a shot into right center, gets past the right fielder, goes to the fence. List rounds first, and he's headed for second. Here's the throw, cut off by the second baseman. And List is in with a standout double to get things started here in the top of the 6th for Spalding. A double to the right center field fence. And List is on second with nobody out. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Ben Nye. Nye 1 for 2 in the night. Grounded out to the first baseman unassisted in the second. Singled to right center in the 4th. Got an RBI, and then eventually scored Spalding's second run. Shows bunt, takes the pitch for a ball. Third baseman Adam Peterson charging in. And the shortstop, Jamie Hammer, not there at all. And Adam Peterson charging. There's absolutely nobody on third. Michael List didn't pick that up. And all of a sudden, when Drew Lighton got the ball back, he just raced over to third base to make sure that List didn't try to steal it, because there was nobody anywhere close to covering. Ben Nye with a 1-0 pitch. Takes the next pitch, low and away for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. So Drew Light in a jam now, down 2-0 in the count here to Ben Nye. Has Michael List at second base and nobody out. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on second for Spalding. They're trailing 4-2. Next pitch, another strike on the outside corner. And the count evens out at 2-2. Drew Light, 2 big-time pitches there to even the count at 2-2. Here's a pitch and a shot up the middle, base hit. Coming around second to score will be Michael List, and it's now 4-3. Spalding back to within 1. So an RBI single for Ben Nye. He gets his second RBI of the night. List scores from second on the play. And Spalding back to within 1, 4-3. And the top of the order up for them, the 1-2-3 hitters, John Bunkers, Brian Gallagher, and Justin List. Bunkers coming out now 0 for 2 in the night. Struck out in the first, flew to right field in the second, walked in the fourth. And Bunkers with a chance to do some damage here. Nobody out. Runner on first and 1 run already in. Spalding trailing 4-3 in the top half of the 6th inning. Light snap throw over to first to try to pick off Nye. Nye slides back in safely. Light comes set again. First pitch to Bunkers on its way. He shows bunt over his head. Ball goes to the backstop. And down to second goes Ben Nye on the wild pitch. So Bunkers had squared around to show bunt. Light just throws it clear over the head of Bunkers, almost behind him and over the head. Catcher Hinkledye, who stands about 6'3", 6'4", can't get the glove on it at all. Goes all the way to the backstop. And Coach Jerry Braunschweig is going to come out and talk to his troops here. And I'm wondering if the effects of pitching Monday night are starting to catch up with Drew Light now. He's walking away from the mound, everybody going back to their positions. And it's rally time for the Spartans in the top of the 6th here. They're trailing 4-3, but they've got a runner in scoring position to tie this game. Nobody out, and the 1-2-3 hitters coming up. John Bunkers up now, Brian Gallagher on deck, Justin List waiting for his turn. 1-0's the count to Bunkers. Light comes set, checks the runner. Bunkers shows bunt, plays a beautiful one down the third baseline. Hits the grass and rolls foul. That could have got up in the grass. He was going to beat that one out for a hit, but it hits right in the edge of the grass, kicks out into foul territory. So it's nothing but a strike, but what a great bunt for John Bunkers. He pushed it right down the third baseline. It could have just gotten a little bounce and got up in that grass. It was going to be a no man's land. He was going to beat it out. Everybody's back. Here's the 1-1. Bunkers is squared around again. Pitch is way outside for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Danny Nye standing out at second base. And John Bunkers giving everybody some thrills here with his bunting antics. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He shows bunt again. He gets this one out front. Going to have to go to first. Throw from Light to Allerdings is in time. So the sacrifice 1-3. Moves Nye over to third base, and 90 feet away from scoring the tying run with only 1 out. Ben Nye stands there talking to Coach Bill Webker right now, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Brian Gallagher. And Coach Bill Webker now wants to talk to Gallagher, and I'm sure he's telling him, whatever you got to do, hit that ball to the right side so that Nye has a chance to score on the grounder. Push it to the right side. Gallagher, 1 for 2 in the night. He walked in the first, struck out in the third, singled to left in the fourth. 1 out, Ben Nye on third. Spalding trailing 4-3. We're in the top of the 6th, and here's Lighton's first pitch. High and tight. Gallagher takes it for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on third. Alta ahead, 4-3 in the top of the 6th. Next pitch fouled out of play to the right. Count evens at 1-1. Well, the fans are getting their money's worth tonight. I think it cost $1.380 to get in. But it's all been worth all that and more. Just a huge crowd here on hand tonight. The winner of this game punches their tickets to Carroll next week for the state tournament. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Light. A beautiful breaking ball. Cross for a strike. Gallagher in the hole, 1-2. Gallagher, a .330 hitter on the year. The sophomore catcher having a great summer. He's ready for the 1-2 pitch from Leiden. Here it comes. He hits a shot right back to Leiden. He looks back, keeps the runner at third. Nye has no chance of scoring on the play, and it's pitcher to first and the put out. Now there's 2 outs. It was a rocket, but fielded by Drew Leiden at the mound. He looks the runner back at third, almost had a chance to pick Ben Nye off at third. Nye went scrambling and diving back in. And now that brings up the center fielder, Justin List. List is 1 for 2 in the night. Walked in the first, singled to right in the third, struck out in the fourth. He's up here in the 6th with a chance to tie this game up for Spalding. They're trailing 4-3, and Benny Nye's at third base. First pitch is right off of Leiden's glove, goes out to the shortstop. He's not going to pick it up. But beating it out, taking first base is Justin List. Gunning in the score is Ben Nye. Well, a game of inches just a second ago. Drew Leiden took a shot from Brian Gallagher to save a run. And this time, the shot back at Leiden goes off of his glove, rolls out towards the shortstop, Jamie Hammer. He picks it up and has no chance of throwing out List at first base. And so it's an RBI single for List. This game is now tied at 4-4. List is on first. Huge lead. Goes diving back into first. He's safe over there. I think he was running on the play because he had a huge lead. Now batting the pitcher, Nate Hying. Hying 0 for 3 in the night. Grounded out pitcher to first in the first. Popped up to the second baseman in the third. Reached on an error by the shortstop in the fifth. And now, ironically, as the pitcher for Spalding with a chance to help his own cause here, get List to second and a single of scoring. Here's the pitch from Leiden. List is going. Hying taking all the way. Diving in. Ball goes into center field, but List isn't going to have a chance to go to third. Center fielder's in, backing it up. And no chance of throwing out Justin List at second base. The speedy center fielder had that one stolen all the way. Ball got away from the second baseman. Brad Payne goes into second. But more importantly now, Spalding has the go-ahead run in scoring position. 2 outs, runner on second. And your cleanup hitter, Nate Hying, up to bat. Count 1-0. Drew Leiden comes set. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike. Count goes to 1-1. Nate Hying, the pitcher for Spalding, facing his opposing pitcher, Drew Leiden. Leiden's pitch, way outside and low. Kicks away from Hinkleday. List is going to try for third. There's a throw down. Not in time. So a pass ball. Let's List get the third, and now the go-ahead run 90 feet away. And pitcher Drew Hying up the bat with a 2-1 count. Now this is as big a bat as you've had all year. Chance to get the go-ahead run. Top of the 6th inning, 4-4 ball game. 2 outs. Justin List at third base. Nate Hying up the bat. Drew Leiden, the Alta Cyclone pitcher, comes set. The 2-1 pitch on its way. Inside and almost hits Hying. Right under his chin. Count goes to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Boy, folks, it just doesn't get any more exciting than what we've got here right now. Here's a 3-1 pitch way outside. And Nate Hying walks. So that puts runners on first and third. Courtesy runner Drew Hying will be coming out for Nate. First and third, 2 outs, and that brings up the shortstop, Doug Schrader. Schrader 0 for 3 in the night, .318 hitter in the season. He's due. Grounded out second to first in the first inning, struck out in the third, flew out to right field in the fifth. He's the 7th man to bat this inning for Spalding. They pushed 2 across the plate to tie this contest at 4-4. Now they have runners on first and third, 2 down, and Doug Schrader the batter. Schrader steps out, looks at Coach Bill Webker for a sign, now steps back in. Leiden comes set. First pitch to Schrader on its way. High, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The drama can't get any more than it is here. Tie ball game 4-4, top of the 6th. 2 outs, runners on first and third. And here's Leiden's pitch. High and tight under the chin for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. Schrader steps out, looks at Coach Bill Webker. Webker giving signs to the runner on first, Drew Hying. And Doug Schrader the batter. Drew Leiden comes set for Alta. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Fouled off, hits umpire Larry Peterson right in the mask. He takes it off. Checks his senses a little bit. Count goes to 2-1. He's laughing a little bit about it. Hall of Fame umpire, Larry Peterson. He's been around for years and years and years. 47. 2 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Light. Breaking ball upstairs, but Schrader goes after it. Misses it. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Top of the 6th inning, 4-4. Spalding and Alta all knotted up. Drew Lighton comes set. There goes Drew Hine. He steps off and goes to second before the pitch is ever made. Safe at second. And coming in to score. And the delayed steal is Justin List. So a delayed steal. Drew Hine takes off before Lighton ever comes home with a pitch. Lighton steps off. Finally makes the throw to second, but it's too late to get Hine. And coming in on the delayed steal to score is Justin List. And Spalding goes on top 5-4. I think we got a classic case of none of the infielders telling pitcher Drew Lighton that Hine was stealing before he ever made a move to home plate. Somebody's got to make some communications out there. And Spalding, for the first time tonight, has a lead, 5-4 in the top of the 6th. The count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's 2 outs. Drew Hine at second base. Wow. What a play. All the pitcher's got to do is step off. They've got him in the rundown, and he elects to let him get about 3/4 of the way to second, then rifles a shot to second. But Drew Hine goes sliding in underneath, and coming home on the delayed steal is Justin List. And here's a little grounder out to the third baseman. Scooped up nicely by Pedersen. Throws to first. Safe at first. Safe at first. And going over to third base is Drew Hine on the play. So he beats it out for a hit. Doug Schrader. So we'll try to get our stats down and get the book completed here on Drew Lighton. He's obviously responsible for the 2 runners on base, but a huge inning for Spalding as they've come up for 3 runs to forge ahead in this contest, 5-4. They were trailing 4-2. And the new pitcher, Jamie Hammer, comes in and throws a strike to pinch hitter Brent Stephen. 0-1's the count to Stephen. First and third, 2 outs. Next pitch is a breaking ball down low, but Stephen swats at it anyway. Count goes to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Jamie Hammer trying to close the door here on Spalding in the top of the 6th. They're up 5-4, and here's the steal again. And they're just going to, now he gets in the rundown. Gets him in the rundown, he backs up, and they get him out this time. So
call Dr. Frank Van Green or Radke at 324-2552 or 1-800-284-2025 for all your medical eye care needs.
Back in Granville as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, and Spalding down 4-0, chips the lead to 4-2, and then comes up with a huge 3-run 6th inning to forge ahead 5-4. But Alta, never to say die, leads off the bottom of the 6th with a single by the first baseman Thomas Allerdings. And so with 1 on and nobody out, that's going to bring up the left fielder Joel Corlew. Alta trailing by 1, bottom of the 6th. Corlew shows bunt, fouls it back to the screen. Count goes to 0-1. So everybody playing for that one precious run right now. Spalding finally getting to starting pitcher Drew Lighton. Eventually taken for 8 hits, 4 of those 8 coming in that 6th inning. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss for a strike. So the count goes to 0-2 on Joel Corlew. Nate Hying with an 0-2 count, nobody out. Allerdings on first base for Alta. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On its way, breaking ball, shot into right field and another hit. So back-to-back singles for Alta. Falls into right field, picked up by Derek Jungers. He rifles it back in. And so back-to-back singles for Alta gives them runners on first and second and nobody out. And brings up the number 7 hitter, right fielder, Steve Hammer. Hammer, a .241 hitter on the year, is 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out first to third in the first inning. Reached first base on an error by first baseman Brett Hansen in the 4th inning.
Support the Spalding athletic teams. Talk to the guys at Bunkers Feed and Supply for your grain merchandising and agronomy needs. Let BF&S Lawn Service re-energize your lawn, get rid of those pesky weeds, and restore it to its natural beauty. And if you're as tired as I am of hauling bags of softener salt into your basement, give Bunker's Feed and Supply a call and ask about their salt delivery system. No muss, no fuss, no carrying bags, and once the system is installed, no delivery men traipsing through your house. Call Bunker's Feed and Supply in Granville at 727-3243 or toll free at 1-800-728-1128. Bunker's Feed and Supply, proud to say, go Spartans!
Well, after Justin List trots in from center field, Coach Bill Webker and the troops decide to leave Nate Hying in. So we're back to action again here. List goes back out to center field, and Coach Bill Webker elects to stay with Nate Hying, who throws a strike to Steve Hamer, the right fielder. Next pitch is a little high and outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners on first and second for Alta. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Spalding on top, 5-4. Hamer, 0 for 2 in the ninth, grounded out third to first and reached first base on an error. Shows bunt at the next pitch, but it's just outside for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. Boy, do the pitches become important now. 2 balls, 1 strikes. Nobody out, runners on first and second. Hying with 4 strikeouts, 2 walks on the night so far. Square round showing bunt, taking a pitch for a strike as Hamer, boy, squared around to show the bunt and took an awful good pitch. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody out. Hying delivers to home. Here's a pop foul off to the right, out of play. Count remains 2-2. Five to 4, Spalding with the lead. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Alta with a threat with runners on first and second and nobody out. And the number 7 hitter, Steve Hamer, up to bat. The 2-2 pitch from Hying. Breaking ball right back at the mound. Hying goes to second. For safe, the throw. Pulled shortstop Doug Schrader off the bag. And Schrader couldn't get the tag down. And so everybody's safe. We got a fielder's choice. Error on the pitcher, Nate Hying, allows Corlew to be safe at second. And so now, bases are loaded, nobody out. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Heath Stilley. Stilley, a 183 hitter, has been on base both times tonight. He walked in the 3rd and reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th. And with the bases loaded and nobody out, a huge rally for Alta here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Stilley, low and away for a ball, and there's no place to put him. So a comebacker to the mound by Hamer with a possible double play. Hying throws it high outside to the second base and pulls Schrader off the base and couldn't get the tag down. Here's the 1-0 pitch, called strike. That evens the count. Makes the count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Bases loaded for the Cyclones. They're trailing 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Hying's pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike 2, foul tipped. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And as we said a second ago, boy, each pitch just looms bigger and bigger and bigger. 1-2. Breaking ball. Slow roller out to the shortstop. Schrader guns it to first and gets his man. But the tying run scores on the ground out by Stilley. He gets an RBI, 6-3 in the putout. And moving up to second and third are Hamer and Corlew. So Allerdings comes in to score the tying run to make it 5-5. Corlew goes to third. Hamer goes to second. Slow roller out to Schrader. He had no chance to get a force out at second. He just had to gun it to first. And Coach Bill Webker's out now, and he's signaling again for Justin List to come in from second. Back here at Granville, Justin List taking his warm-up tosses for Spalding. Number 10, Doug Hoppert, goes to left field. He'll be batting in Hying's spot. Left fielder Ben Nye goes to center. And into pitch, Justin List. So it's still rally time for Alta in the bottom of the 6th here. Game's all knotted at 5-5, but they've got runners on second and third and only 1 out. And Spalding has brought in their ace, Justin List. He's going to face the number 9 hitter, Nate Hinkledye, and the leadoff hitter, Drew Light. Hinkledye, 0 for 1 in the night. He walked and scored in the 3rd, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 4th. And the first pitch from List is outside for a ball. Count goes 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for Alta. Bottom of the 6th in a 5-5 ball game. List comes set. Pitch to Hinkledye. Foul back out of play over our heads. Count goes 1-1. What a back and forth ball game. Alta on top, 4-0 to start with. Spalding answers with 2 to make it 4-2. Then they score 3 big runs to make it 5-4. Alta's come back to get a run to make it 5-5, and still threatening with runners on 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. Never say die. Little cat and mouse game going between pitcher and batter. List comes set. Hinkledye steps out. Hinkledye gets set. List not ready. Now we're ready to go. Here's the 1-1 pitch. List over the top. Hinkledye kind of breaks around. But the ball's blowing away. He holds up in time, so the count goes 2-1. Nice block by Brian Golliver. Five to 5, bottom of the 6th. List with a 2-1 count. 1 out. Here's his pitch to Hinkledye. Down low for a ball. Count goes 3-1. So Justin List with a 3-1 count on the catcher, Nate Hinkledye. Hinkledye stands about 6'3". As we said, he's 0 for 1 in the night. He walked and scored, hit into a double play. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Count goes full, 3-2. Boy, the pitches just grow with more and more importance on each one. We're getting later and later in the game. Tie game, 5-5. We've got a baseball problem of some sort here. So Justin List gets some warm-up tosses. The word seems to be that the Spalding baseballs have all gotten pretty roughed up and dark, and so now they've gone to some diamonds. Different stitching on it, so they're going to give Justin List some warm-up tosses with it. Big pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. We're in the bottom of the 6th of a 5-5 ball game. And List pitch, swung out and missed, right free. Boy, a huge strikeout for Justin List there. 2 down, runners on 2nd and 3rd, and that brings up the top of the order for Alta. And this is no easy task here. Drew Lighton is up now batting .407. Brad Payne's on deck batting .388. And Eric Holton in the hole batting .418. And Jamie Hammond after that batting .423. And Lighton hits a deep one that's going to drift foul, but he hits way over the fence down the left field line. But it's just a long strike. You see, he got out in front of it a little bit. And he pulled her down the left field line. Way foul. And that drew the breath of the Spalding faithful. So no balls, 1 strikes. 2 outs. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. 5-5 score. Light bet .407 on the season is 1 for 3 tonight. Struck out in the 1st, singled to left in the 3rd, grounded out short to 1st in the 5th. Now batting with 2 outs here in the 6th. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball inside. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. List looks in for the sign from Golliver. Steps back off the rubber. And they're going to elect to just purposely walk Lighton. Probably not a bad move. What that does is, with the bases loaded now, that sets up a force at any base now. Yeah, let's say the second baseman, the shortstop, makes a dive and knocks the ball down. No chance to throw the runner out at first, but maybe get the little flip to 2nd or 3rd to get out of the inning. So with runners on every base, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Lighton gets the intentional walk. That's going to bring out second baseman Brad Payne, who's batting .388 on the season, and he's 1 for 3 in the night. Struck out in the 1st, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 3rd, singled in the 5th. First pitch to him, down low for a ball, count goes to 1-0. Can't get any better than this. Bases loaded, 2 outs, tie game, bottom of the 6th. List on the delivery, 1-0 count. Payne hits a shot out to second baseman. Schroeder picks it up. He fires across the infield, and he gets a 6-3 in the putout. So a huge effort by Justin List keeps Spalding in this one. It's 5-5. Alta gets 1 run on 2 hits, no Spalding errors. 3 big runners left on base. We played 6 full, and it's 5-5. I don't know how I'm ready for the script of what we're seeing here tonight. 5-5, going to the top of the 7th. Every pitch, every out, so important now. And for Spalding in the top of the 7th, it's going to be the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Brett Hansen's going to lead it off. Brett's 0 for 2 in the night. Struck out both times. Brent Stevens batted and pitched it for him last time up. Now Hansen's back in. 5-5 is the score. We're in the 7th inning. First pitch, low and inside. Both teams have gone to the relief pitchers. On for Alta now is Jamie Hammer. And on for Spalding is Justin List. Hammer's 1-0 pitch. Down low for a ball. Count goes 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. Hansen up the bat. On deck is Derek Jungers. Michael List and Ben Nye after that. 2-0 pitch. Called strike from Hammer. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the 7th, top of the 7th. 5-5 ball game. Fouled, next pitch, fouled back up over our heads. Count goes to 2-2. What a great ball game tonight. Alta jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Spalding comes back with 2 of its own to make it 4-2. Then has a big 5th inning where they come up with 3 big runs to go ahead 5-4. Alta comes back here in the 6th and ties at 5-5. And the next pitch is a breaking ball in the inside corner. Strike 3. So 1 out, nobody on. That brings up the right fielder, Derek Jungers. Jungers 0 for 1 in the night. Been hit by a pitch twice. Struck out in the 5th. Jungers looking to get something started for Spalding here in the top of the 7th. 5-5 ball game. First pitch from Hammer. He has a shot. The left center way out to the fence. He's on first, headed for second. Left fielder Corlo picks it up, and he goes in with a stand-up double. So Derek Jungers with a stand-up double to the fence for Spalding here in the top of the 7th. And every single inning in this ball game, Spalding has had a runner on second or third. And once again, Derek Jungers at second base in the 7th inning. And Michael List is the batter. List, officially 2 for 2 in the night, been on base all 3 times. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 4th, and a double and scored in the 6th. So 2 for 2, been on base all 3 times. First pitch to him is outside for a ball. 9 base runners left on for Spalding through the first 6 innings. And Jungers at second with 1 out, and List up to bat. Hammer steps off and makes a bluff throw to try to pick off Jungers at second. No doing. First pitch from Hammer to List on its way. Second pitch, 1-0 count. Down low, count goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. List working him tough. Hammer comes set. Pitch is low and inside for ball 3. So Michael List, who's been on base all 3 times, has a 3-0 count with a chance to get himself on here. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Derek Jungers at second base. Here's a 3-0 pitch from Hammer. Called strike on the inside corner. Count goes to 3-1. Well, the crowd spread out more than it was Monday night, but it seems to be a little smaller. They estimated the crowd Monday night at 1,000, or give or take, and here tonight they're talking just under 700. Here's a little grounder out to the second baseman, taken by Payne, flips over to first for the out, but going to third is Derek Jungers, and Spalding 90 feet away from having the go-ahead run scored. 2 outs, 7th inning. Jungers is on third, and that's going to bring up center fielder Ben Nye. Nye 2 for 3 in the night. Grounded out to Allerdings at first base in the 2nd inning. RBI single and eventually scored in the 4th. RBI single and eventually scored in the 6th. Now here he is in the 7th inning with a go-ahead run 90 feet away from him at third base. And Nye gets set. Here's the pitch. Called strike in the outside corner. 0-1 on the count. 8-9 hitters for Spalding tonight have really set up the top of the order. Michael List's been on base 3 out of 4 times. Ben Nye's been on base 2 out of 3 times. And here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, low and inside for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. One pitch. Jamie Hammer on the way. Michael Nye. He hits a shot to center field. Way back there. Center fielder either has it or he has it all the way. Okay. I thought maybe he was giving a sign that he lost in the lights. Taking it out there, Eric Holt. So the inning comes to an end. Spalding strands another run at third. 10th runner they've stranded tonight. We played 6.5. It's Spalding 5, Alta 5. Well, what we got going on here at Granville tonight. Substate championship game on the line here. The winner goes to the state tournament next week at Carroll, and we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning in a tie game, 5-5. On the mound for Spalding, Justin List gets ready to face the number 3 hitter, center fielder Eric Holt. Holton batting .418 on the season is 1 for 2 in the ninth. Single in the 1st, sacrifice fly, RBI in the 3rd, popped up to catcher Brian Golliver in the 5th. He leads off the 7th inning with the ball here. Justin List came in last inning for Nate Hine. Next pitch is inside, ball 2. List came in with runners on 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. And he struck out Nate Hinkledye for the 2nd out. Then they intentionally walked Drew Light to load the bases. And then you got Brett Payne to hit into an inning-ending ground out short to 1st. Now in danger of walking Holton here to start the 7th. 3-0 count. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called strike. Count goes to 3-0. Justin List went the distance Monday night in the district final game against Renton St. Mary's. On in relief here now. Next pitch is a breaking ball inside for a strike. Count goes full. 3-2. Threw 11 pitches to finish the 6th inning for Nate Hine. Here's the full count pitch on its way. Fouled back to the screen. Holt might have swung on ball 4 there. High and tight pitch that he fought off. Fouled it back to the screen. Count remains 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. First man out in the 7th inning for Alta. Next pitch. High and tight again, but he hammers that one foul way down the left field line. So Holt has swung at ball 4 twice on the last 2 pitches. Fouled him off. Count remains full. List and Holt in a big battle here to start the bottom of the 7th inning for Alta. Score tied 5-5. Another pitch fouled off. 8 pitches thrown to Eric Holton here to start the 7th inning. 3 foul balls. 2 called strikes. 3 balls. Here's the full count. High and tight again. He hits a ball. Foul ball just outside of 3rd. That one missed by just inches. Third base umpire John Aids called a foul as it just missed the 3rd base. That was a rocket. Ground ball down the 3rd base line. And I think Eric Holton swung at ball 4 again. He likes that high pitch. And he's willing to go after it. He's batting .418 on the season. 2nd highest batting average on the team. And again, here's the full count pitch from List. And it's a rocket to the shortstop, taken by Schrader. Schrader rifles it across. Whoa, Brett Hansen almost got pulled off the base, but he leaned out towards the right field side to keep that one. So 6-3 in the putout. List wins the battle with Eric Holt. That brings up Jamie Hammond, the new pitcher. Hammond came in the 6th inning. Jamie Hammer came in relief of Drew Lighton. Justin List. First pitch is a short blooper out in the left field, backing up for Schrader, the shortstop. He takes it to short cross for the 2nd out. So this game is 1 out from going into extra innings. Just an unbelievably well-played ball game. 5-5 is the score. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And up to bat is the first baseman, Thomas Allerdings. Allerdings, 1 for 3 in the night. Flew out to center field in the 2nd. Reached first base on an error to the right fielder. Here's a pop-up. Gallagher coming back to the screen. He watches it go out of play for a strike. Singled to right center and scored in the 6th. He scored the tying run. It was 5-4 at the time. He eventually worked his way around and scored the tying run to send this game here to the bottom of the 7th and probably going into extra innings. 5-5's the score, 0-1's the count, 2 outs, nobody on. Allerdings the batter. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 0-1 pitch from List. Bouncer out to the shortstop. John Bunkers fields it, flips over to the first baseman. In time, 4-3 to put out. And you can't ask for anything more when you're playing for the right to go to the state tournament. This game's going to go extra innings. We're going to go to the 8th. The score, 5-5. We're back in Granville. We're getting ready to go into extra innings here. State tournament trip berth on the line. And nothing has been settled in the first 7 innings of this contest. Top of the 8th coming up, 5-5 ball game. And it's the top of the order for Spalding. The 1-2-3 hitters, Bunkers, Gallagher, and List. So John Bunkers is going to get it started for Spalding here. Officially 0 for 2 in the night. Struck out in the 1st, flew out to right in the 2nd. Walked in the 4th and had a sacrifice bunt. Pitcher to 1st in the 6th. Now leads off the 8th. First pitch to Bunkers is on the outside corner for a strike. Count goes 0-1. Here's the windup and the pitch by Hammer. Breaking ball across for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Jamie Hammer on in relief of Drew Light. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball low and away for a ball. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hammer into the windup. Bunkers waits. Fight swung off out of bounds. Low and away that he didn't really like, but was close enough to be a strike that he had to go after it, and he fouled it out of play to the right. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hammer into the windup. Pitch to Bunkers. Nope, they say, okay, we had an interesting play there. Bunkers kind of halfway swung at the ball. Bunkers halfway swung at the ball. Ball gets away from the catcher and goes to the screen. Bunkers doesn't know whether it's a strike or not, so he goes to first base and makes it safely. But the first base umpire is saying, no, you did not go around. So Bunkers is going to come back, pitches the ball, and the count goes to 2-2. There might have been a time Bunkers wanted the strikeout because he was safe at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hammer into the windup. Nope. Timeout called by home plate umpire Larry Peterson. Bunkers needs a little extra breath coming back from first base there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bunkers the first man up here in the top of the 8th. Hammer's pitch down low for a ball. Count goes full, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. John Bunkers trying to get something started for Spalding here in the top of the 8th. Next pitch, low and away. Bunkers draws the walk. And it's the heart of the order for Spalding here. The 2-3-4 hitters, Gallagher, List, and Hopper. Brian Gallagher, the sophomore catcher, up officially in the night, 1 for 3. Walked in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd, single to left in the 4th. Pitcher to 1st in the 6th. Now up here in the 8th inning with Bunkers on 1st and nobody out. Hammer steps off to let Bunkers know, I know you're there. Bunkers scampers back in. Bunkers gets a leadoff. It's a big one. He's not going. Gallagher shows bunt. Doesn't bunt at the ball though, but it is a called strike. 0-1. Way in right Gallagher's front porch is third baseman Adam Peterson. So Gallagher up to bat, showed the bunt again early. Here's the pitch from Hammer outside. Count goes to 1-1. And once again, Peterson, the third baseman for Alta, just right down at Gallagher's face. 1-1, 1 out, 1 on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt again. Little bunt right out in front of the first baseline that rolls foul. Got out in front of the plate there, rolled into foul territory down the first baseline. So the count goes to 1-2 on Gallagher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Johnny Bunker's at first base for Spalding. We're in the top of the 8th inning. 5-5 ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Gulliver. Waiting for his turn on deck is pitcher Justin List. Hammer steps off, rifles a shot over to first base. Bunker's back in safely. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Gulliver. Upstairs for a ball. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drama unfolding here as we're in the top of the 8th inning. Bunkers is on first for Spalding with nobody out. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Gulliver. Hammer delivers. Breaking ball. Punched in right down to the first baseman. He catches it. Steps on first base for the double play. So a little soft line drive to first baseman Thomas Allerdings. Bunkers going with the sound of the bat. Has no chance of getting back in time. And so the double play completed. 2 down in the 8th inning now. And that brings up the relief pitcher, Justin List, for Spalding. List on the night, 2 for 3. Walked in the first and got stranded at second. Singled in the third and got stranded at third. Struck out in the fourth. And then singled, RBI single in the 6th, and then eventually scored in the 6th. And the first pitch to List is down in the dirt for a ball. It counts 1-0 to him. On deck, left fielder Doug Hoppert, who came into the contest to play left field when List went into relief for Nate Hine tonight. Next pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on for Spalding. Top of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch from Hammer. Way outside breaking ball. They're going after it as List. He got fooled on the pitch. 1-2. So a 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the 8th inning, 5-5 ball game. Here's the pitch from Hammer to List. Strike 3, catcher drops it. Hinkledye picks it up, throws the first, and he's out. So a called 3rd strike on List in the 8th inning for Spalding. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We played 7.5, and it's Spalding 5, Alta 5. We're headed for the bottom of the 8th inning. Yes, folks, that's right, bottom of the 8th. All tied up, 5-5. For Alta, it's going to be the number 6, 7, and 8 hitters. And Justin List came into this contest with 1 out in the 6th inning. And except for the intentional walk that he gave to load the bases, nobody has reached base off of List in this contest. We're now headed for the bottom of the 8th inning here. Starting it out, left fielder Joel Corlew. Corlew 1 for 3 in the night. Struck out in the 2nd, flew to left in the 3rd, singled in the 6th, and got stranded at 3rd base. First pitch from List is a ball. Counts 1-0. So Corlew, 1 for 3 in the night, with a chance to get something started for Alta. The 1-0 pitch from List, down low, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. No on, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th inning, 5-5 ball game. Pitch low and away, gets away from catcher Brian Gulliver. And List, Justin List, in danger of going to put the first man on outside of the intentional walk that he gave last inning. First man to reach base off of him. 3-0 count to Joel Corlew. It was 1 for 3 in the night. The 3-0 pitch from List on its way. Called strike. Count goes to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. No on, nobody out. Bottom of the 8th. 5-5 ball game. Next pitch upstairs. Corlew draws a walk. So nobody out. Runner on first, so that's going to bring up the number 7 hitter, the right fielder, Steve Hamer. Hamer, a .241 hitter on the season. Officially tonight, he is 0 for 3. However, he's been on base twice. He grounded out third to first in the 2nd, reached on an error by the first baseman Brett Hansen in the 4th, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. Now batting with 1 on and nobody out here in the 8th. List steps off and throws to first base. Corlew back in safely. Hamer looks down at coach Jerry Braunschweig for a sign. List comes set. Here's the square route for the bunt. Pitch taken inside for a ball. Hamer shows bunt. Pitch is low and inside for a ball. 1-0 at the count. Hamer getting his signs from Coach Jerry Brunschweig again. List comes set. Schultz scores around for bunt again. Over the head. 2-0 the count. Snap throw to first by Gulliver. Knocked down nicely by Hansen as the ball got in the dirt over there at first base. It kind of got tangled up with Corlew going back into first base. Hamer gets his signs again from Coach Braunschweig. And we're ready to go here in the bottom of the 8th. 5-5 score. Alta with a runner on first and nobody out. Here's the throw. Got him picked up. And totally falling asleep was Corlew at first base. List had made the throw and Corlew was still standing. And then when the ball's about halfway there, he reacted. But too late as a 1-3 pickoff. Clears the bases for Alta. Now it's 1 out and nobody on. And still a 2-0 count to Hamer. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. What a huge pickoff by Justin List over to first baseman Brett Hansen. Caught Joel Corlew totally sleeping there. He didn't even react that the throw had been thrown to first base till the ball was about halfway there, and it wasn't even close. 1 out. Nobody on now. List steps off the rubber. Hamer steps out of the box, checks with Coach Braunschweig on the sides, and the threat is over for Alta temporarily. Next pitch fouled off by Hamer. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 8th in a 5-5 ball game. List gets a sign, goes into the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch. On its way, breaking ball. Called strike 3. Absolutely froze Steve Hamer, the batter, for the second out. That's List's second strikeout. In 1 2/3 innings, he's got 2 strikeouts now. 1 walk. 2 walks, excuse me. 2 walks. More importantly, 2 outs, nobody on, and that brings up the designated hitter, Heath Stilley. First pitch to Stilley is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Stilley, a 183 hitter on the season, is officially 0 for 2 in the night, plus a walk. Next pitch is outside. 2-0 is the count. List really falling behind the hitters tonight in the count, but seems to battle back and get them. 2-0's a count to Stilley. Called strike on the inside corner. Count goes to 2-1. This is for all the marbles. The winner here goes to the state tournament next week, and we're just about through playing 8 innings and going to the 9th, and it's 5-5. Here's the pitch from List. Another called strike on the inside corner. Count evens at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Justin List into the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Stilley. Just off the outside corner. List wanted that one, didn't get it. Count goes full, 3-2. Here's the windup and the 3-2 pitch from List. Called strike 3. Stilley thought it was inside, but a called strike 3. List with his 3rd strikeout to this inning. He played 8 full innings. Scores tied 5-5. We've got a barn burner going on here in Granville. We're going to the 9th inning. Scores tied 5-5. Granville is the visitors on the scoreboard, so they're up to bat here in the top of the 9th now. Justin List on in relief of Nate Hying has pitched 2 2/3 innings, struck out 3 and walked 2. Has not given up a hit yet. Had a huge pickoff play last inning to end a threat for Alta in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Jamie Hammer on relief of Drew Light for Alta has pitched 2 1/3 innings, and he has 2 strikeouts and no walks, and so he's done a nice job as well, and has given up 1 hit in his 2 1/3 innings of pitching. For Spalding in the contest, they have 5 runs on 9 hits. Alta has committed 2 errors, and Spalding has left 7, 8, 9, 10 runners on base. Alta, on the other hand, has 5 runs on 7 hits. Spalding has committed 4 errors, and Alta has left 6 runners on base. Left bases loaded in the 6th inning. That was big. Spalding has left a runner in scoring position every inning of this contest, with the exception of the 8th inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, or 2nd or 3rd, every inning but the last inning. For Spalding, leading off the ninth inning here is the cleanup hitter, Doug Hoppert. Hoppert batting for the first time tonight. Excuse me, we got a pinch hitter here. Pinch hitter, Drew Hine. Okay, Drew Hine's going to pinch hit for Doug Hoppert. Hine has been the courtesy runner for his brother Nate Hine so far in the contest. Now he's batting, and he fouls off the next pitch, so the count goes to 1-1 to Drew Hine here. Here in the ninth inning. Hammer into the windup with a 1-1 pitch to Hine. Swung on a miss for strike 2. Count goes to 1-2. Drew Hine batting for the first time tonight. Next pitch, just off the outside corner for a ball. Count evens at 2-2. Hammer with a 2-2 pitch with nobody out. Here it comes, way low and outside, ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Drew Hine trying to get something started for Spalding here in the top of the ninth inning. Hammer into the windup. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Low and outside, ball 4, and Hammer wanted the strike call there, didn't get it. So Hine draws a leadoff walk here for Spalding in the ninth inning. Nobody out. Hine's on first, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Doug Schrader. Schrader, a .318 hitter in the season. Tonight he's found the going tough as he's 1 for 4. Grounded out second to first in the first, struck out in the third, flew to right in the fifth, singled in the sixth. Now batting here in the ninth inning with a runner on first and nobody out. Third base umpire John Aids going to the mound to do a little house cleaning for pitcher Jamie Hammer. Schrader steps in. Drew Hine on first base, nobody out. Top of the ninth, 5-5 ball game. Hammer comes around. Schrader shows bunt, but takes it outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Nobody out. Hine at first base. Schrader shows bunt again. Misses it this time for a strike. Count evens at 1-1. Well, we've seen it all tonight. We've seen delayed steals, we've seen bunts, we've seen hits, we've seen great base running, we've seen outfielders throw runners out. We've seen it all here. Next pitch, Schrader showing bunt again. Peterson comes charging in from third base, and he's right in the front lap of Schrader, but the pitch is outside for a ball. 2-1. That's a couple times this inning that Hammer seems to kind of give the umpire the look like, I don't believe your call. Here's the 2-1 pitch, way outside for a ball. The count goes to 3-1. So it's 3 balls, 1 strikes. And Hammer in danger of putting the go-ahead run here in the top of the ninth inning out at second base in scoring position. Runner on first, nobody out. The 3-1 pitch to Schrader. Down low for a ball. So 2 consecutive walks has put runners at first and second with nobody out. Runners on first and second, nobody out. First baseman Brett Hansen up. I think it'd be pretty obvious that we're in a bunt situation. Hansen struck out 3 times tonight. He's been pinch hit for it. So leaving the game, he's got a bat. Hansen squares around. Here's the bunt. It's a beauty down the third base line. This might be safe for everybody. Long throw. He's safe. He beats it out. Brad Hansen beats out the bunt single down the first base line. And that loads the bases with nobody out for Spalding here in the ninth inning. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Derek Jungers. So Jungers with a chance to be a hero here in the top of the ninth. Nobody out, bases loaded. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up here for Spalding with the bases loaded. Jungers up to bat. 1-0 count. He hits a shot down the left field line, going to the corner. Into scores Hine. Coming around third is Schrader. 2 runs are in, and it's a 2 RBI double for Derek Jungers. A huge 2 RBI double for Derek Jungers has given Spalding the lead here, 7-5 in the top of the ninth inning. Coming in to score was Drew Hine, who had pinch hit, and Doug Schrader They have both led off this inning with walks. And 2 consecutive singles by Brett Hansen, a bunt single by Brett Hansen, and a double down in the corner by Derek Jungers has given Spalding the lead. Runners on second and third, and Jamie Hammer still pitching. Next pitch down low for a ball. And the damage may not be done yet, as Spalding has a 2-run lead, 7-5. And the 1-0 pitch from Hammer on its way. It's a wild pitch, gets by the catcher. Here comes Hansen to score from third, and he's safe. So Brett Hansen comes in the wild pitch. And the roof is really falling in for Alta here in the 9th inning. Scampering over to third base is Derek Jungers, the hero of the night so far. 8-5, Spalding with the lead, top half of the 9th inning. Runner on third, nobody out, and the 2-0 pitch is high and tight for ball 3. Michael List with a 3-0 count. Jamie Hammer absolutely falling apart here. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Called strike, count goes to 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, runner on third. Spalding has jumped ahead, 8-5 here, and a ball 4 to Michael List. So he goes to first base. Runners on first and third, and that's going to bring up Benny Nye, the center fielder. Nye, 2 for 4 in the night with 2 RBIs and scored 2 runs. He looks down at Coach Bill Webker for a side, and this might be the delayed double steal again. We'll see if List takes off before Hammer even makes the throw, and see if they can get Derek Jungers to score from third. Steps off, there's a fake, he is, there he goes, he's down to second, there's the rundown. Now comes the throw to Hall, now they got the runner at third caught in a trap and a rundown. Now caught is Jungers between home and third, he gets thrown out, and coming all the way over to third base is Michael List in the play. So they had runners on first and third, nobody out. Now it's a runner on third and 1 out, so it doesn't work for Spalding, as that play goes 1, 4, 2, 5, 2. Jungers gets caught in the rundown, so Alta executes that one good. Now it's 1 out and a runner on third. And Benny Nye waiting for his first pitch yet after that fiasco of a play.
You knew they were going to get it right sooner or later.
Here's the pitch to Nye. Called strike. Thought maybe that was going to be high, but a called strike.
Come on, Benny boy.
1 out, runner on third. Spalding scored 3 here in the top of the 9th to take an 8-5 lead. And the next pitch is an attempted bunt by Benny Nye. It was a low outside pitch, but the umpire ruled that he went after it far enough. So it's an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes to Benny Nye. 1 out, runner on third, and Spalding on top, 8-5. Hammer, bluff throw over to third. Back in safely is Michael List. Hammer's 0-2 pitch. On its way, grounder right back to the pitcher. Hammer bobbles it, looks to run it back, throws to first, gets the out. So 1-3 in the put out. And Michael List has no chance to score. So that makes 2 outs now here in the top of the 9th. 3 big runs this inning has broken this game open for Spalding. They're on top 8-5, and they've got their ace on the mound in relief, Justin List. And that brings up to the top of the order Johnny Bunkers, the second baseman. Bunkers on the night, officially 0 for 2, even though he's been out 5 times. 6th time up, pitcher Jamie Hammer starts him out with a breaking ball for a called strike in the outside corner. Bunkers officially 0 for 2, but has 2 walks and a sacrifice. Next pitch, foul tipped off out of play for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Last time up, Johnny walked, then got caught in a line drive liner to the first baseman, Thomas Aller. Excuse me, we got timeout here. Thomas Allerdings took a line drive, but he stepped on first for the double play. And just before the pitch, we got time called by home plate umpire. Had a lot of timeouts called tonight. His pitchers are ready to pitch. So the count remains 0-2. 2 outs. Standing on third base is Michael List. And Spalding on top, 8-5. And Johnny Bunkers waiting to keep this inning alive for Spalding. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Bunkers on its way. Low and dip, wild pitch, back to the screen. Coming in his list, he slides safely. And another run. Makes it a 4-run lead for Spalding. A costly wild pitch by Jamie Hammer on the play gives Spalding a 9-5 lead. And now the bases are clear, and the roof has absolutely fallen in for Alta here in the 9th inning. Came in with a 5-5 tie, and Spalding has come on to score 4 big runs. They only have 2 hits in this inning, but they've scored 4 runs. Walks have been the nemesis of Jamie Hammer here. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Bunkers. Swung on a miss, foul tip. Nope, Bunkers going to first base. Umpire didn't put up his hands to say there was a foul ball. Bunkers gets about 3/4 of the way down first, then he puts his hands up to say foul ball. Been a long night, he's getting a little tired. So, bringing Johnny back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's good for you.
1 ball, 2 strike count to John Bunkers. Bases are cleared, but the most important thing is 4 runs have come in and scored for Spalding in the top of the 9th inning here, and they're on to a 9-5 lead. Michael List, or Justin List, waiting to go out, finish this thing off, and punch Spalding's ticket to Carroll next week for the state tournament. Here's the windup and the pitch by Hammer. Breaking ball, foul tipped off again by Bunkers. Count remains full. So a good at bat for Bunkers. He's fouled off a couple of tough pitches here to remain alive. Count stays 1-2. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Down low, count goes to 2-2. Bunkers laid off. He thought about going after it, but he laid off, and then umpire called the ball. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a pitch from Hammer. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Bunkers gets frozen on the pitch, but for Spalding, 4 runs and 2 hits. No Alta errors, but 2 costly walks. And then Spalding goes on top, 9-5, as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. We're back at Spalding as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Yes, folks, I said that right. The 9th inning. Spalding came up with 4 huge runs in the top of the 9th inning to take a 9-5 lead. And a substitution for Spalding here. Adam Krieber has gone into left field. He'll be batting in the cleanup spot should Alta tie this game up. Krieber goes to left field. He's the 3rd left fielder tonight. Benny Nye started there. And then Nye went to center field when List came in to pitch. And then Doug Hopper went to left. And now Adam Krieber gets a chance out there. For Alta, it's the bottom of the 9th. It's do or die time. They've got the 9-1-2 hitters up to face Justin List here. And the first one up is Nate Hinkledye, the catcher. And the first pitch from List is a ball. 1-0 the count. Second pitch from List, called strike. Cal evens out at 1-1. List out of relief with Nate Hine tonight. Is not allowed to hit in 2 2/3 innings. Next pitch is low for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Alta trailing 9-5. Here's a shot. Little soft roller off the List takes. Throws it wildly, and a nice recovery by Brett Henson at first to take him out. Thought maybe that was going to get by List, and Johnny Bunkers was going to have no chance to throw him out. But List gets the grounder before it gets out to Bunkers, and he rifles it over to Hanson, who takes the tag and makes a swipe tag on the runner. So 1-3 in the putout, and Spalding 2 outs away from punching the ticket to Carroll. That brings up the top of the order, Drew Light. And we've talked earlier in this contest how the top of this order for Alta is Murderer's Row. As they go 407, 388, 418, 423, 366 for hitters in their top 5 in the lineup. List for the next pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Spalding on top, 9-5. Next pitch, low and inside for a ball. Count goes 2-1. And the Spalding faithful wanted that one. Didn't get it. Count goes 2-1. Here's the windup by List. Foul out of play. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A whale of a ball game here tonight. One of these teams is going to get to go to the state tournament. So far, it's taken 8.5 innings to decide. And here's the pitch and a high fly ball to left field. Krieber just into the contest, comes in, and he takes it for the second out. Adam Krieber catches the ball, and Spalding, 1 out from advancing to the state tournament in Carroll next week. And Justin List talking it over with first baseman Brett Hansen, and they're smelling it. They're starting to feel it out there. They've got their ace on the mound, and they're 1 out away from winning this contest and going to Carroll next week to the state tournament. Up to bat, second baseman Brad Payne. Payne was up to bat in the 6th inning with the bases loaded, 2 outs. The game tied at the time, and he failed to deliver. He grounded out second to third, and that's going to loom big in his life. Here's a shot into right field. Coming over to get there is Derek Jungers. And Jungers takes it. And Granville Spalding wins this contest. And they win the right to go to the state tournament. And it's bedlam on the pitcher's mound as the Spalding Spartans pile into a great big pile out there. And this game is over. Spalding wins it 9-5. Alta put up a valiant effort tonight as they jumped out to a 4-0 lead. But Spalding comes back and gets 2 to make it 4-2. And then Spalding gets 3 big runs to make it 5-4. Alta comes back and gets 1 to tie it 5-5. And that's the way it stayed until the 9th inning when Spalding gets 2 hits and 3 walks, scores 4 times, and they win this contest 9-5.